going to try to do that also. And okay, so there, we don't want to collapse into the hip, just like you noticed. Yeah. So start by feeling steady on your left leg and then bring the foot up. And it is kind of true. Like, I know what you're saying and I saw it in your picture. It seems like you end up leaning a little bit. I believe that it looks like I am too. But you want to, the way to check if you're leaning too much is to put your foot back down and see, like, okay, am I still steady on that leg or did I collapse into the hip when I went up? And that's what you're checking for. So you can, I don't recommend collapsing into it while you're in the pose because that puts a lot of pressure on your hip, but check it before you get up and just try not to shift that hip. So here I am, I'm equal on both hips and I do shift over. I do shift to that side, but notice I'm not collapsing into the hip. Oh, no, I'm losing it because I'm looking at my video. Okay. So, and now I'll do the other side. So yeah, we do shift, but careful not to collapse into the hip. That's a really good question. And yeah, when you look at the picture, you do notice like you're leaning, but because you kind of have to do lean onto that leg, but you're trying not to like collapse. And it does help to kind of do that wrong thing before you get into the pose, so you know what I mean by collapsing into the joint or into the hip. I make that point in this week's video too when we're doing Cobra Pose, Bhujangasana, when you're pushing up. Don't want to like sink into your shoulders. You want to have them strong and back. It helps sometimes to do that opposite thing to see what it feels like and notice what the instructor is talking about. But don't do that wrong thing in the full yoga pose because you could pull something. Thanks for the question.